A quick reaction to Real Madrid versus Villarreal.
On what happened in the Santiago Bernabeu, Mario Suarez joins us, the former Atleti midfielder. Real Madrid are going to win the league, aren't they, Mario?
Yes, I think they deserve the win. And I'm sure that Carlo Ancelotti and all the Real Madrid fans are really happy right now because they do, for me, an excellent performance, scoring 4 goals with your key player, with your star like Bellingham scoring, with players that normally don't play like Brahim scoring, playing attacking football. Now they are on top of the table, and I think they must be happy. Except from the injury of Alaba, I think today is a really good night for all Real Madrid fans.
I think Mario Suarez summarized the whole game pretty well. This game gives us so much excitement. This game was so much fun to watch for Real Madrid fans. What else do you expect? Attacking football with high pressing. High pressing football is one of the things every fan loves to have. And as a result, we created a lot of chances and we scored a lot of goals. Yes, we have so many injuries and we have new injuries coming on every time. However, we're scoring goals. And look at our first goal. Bellingham, what a beautiful long ball from left to right side to Vasquez. And guess what? Vasquez found Modric. And Modric found who? Bellingham. He was the one who passed to Vasquez from almost other half of the pitch. And he's just their right moment. Just shows that he did not stop running. He's a player who always tries to be in the box. That's why we're scoring goals. Because of his intelligent running. And his finishing, as I said numerous times, is better than most strikers in the world right now. His finishing right now is far better than Lewandowski. And if you look at our third goal, especially Brahim Diaz's goal, what an amazing solo goal. This is the goal I love to see because a player who can dribble and score goals. This is fun to watch.
Comfortable today, wasn't it, Craig?
Very. Worryingly for Villarreal,
yeah.
too comfortable. The Bellingham bandwagon rolls on. Yeah, Brahim Diaz has done a great job really coming in from the wilderness and giving them something different at a time that they've needed it with the injuries that they've had. And Rodrygo has stepped up, and that was all the big questions that we had. Who was going to step up when Vinicius is out the side, and we believe he's out to February, and Rodrygo has done that. But one of the other sides of Jude Bellingham, I don't think we discuss enough, is he's got an edge to him.
Very much so, yeah.
He's got a fire in there, he's got an edge to him, and I know the boys and Robbo talked about it in commentary about taking him off because he was already on a yellow card, and you could see Villarreal were putting some challenges in him, and he was kind of getting a little bit frustrated with the referee as well.
So the last point, Bellingham's anger issue. I mean, don't forget, he's only 20 years old. So he needs a little bit more time to get adjusted to those situations. Other 2 points, I agree with Craig, why Real Madrid is playing so well is because of Bellingham's consistent scoring goals and form, and Rodrygo's getting back to form, alongside Brahim Diaz performing so well.
Mario, we take a look at the stats. Jude Bellingham, top goal scorer in La Liga, 13 goals, 3 ahead of Villarreal in second. What is it that makes him so difficult to defend against when he's making these runs from deep?
Well, as I said before, I think the best thing that Bellingham has for me is that he's in the place he has to be in every moment. He has freedom. He arrives to the goal from second line, and that for a defender is very difficult to mark a player like that. He's very strong physically. He works. I don't know. I think now he's also, as I said, in the right place in every moment. So I think Real Madrid must take advantage of this because I don't know if he's going to still scoring so many goals because it's not normal. I didn't expect this.
I think this is the most difficult question to answer. How do you explain Bellingham's role? Like, how do you stop Bellingham? It's very difficult to answer because every time he plays, we fans, we're like, wow, how is that possible? How he's scoring every match possible. Every time I watch him, I'm speechless. I'm like, really? However, I have one theory why he's doing so well and why it's so difficult to mark him. Look at where does he start the play. He starts the play in our defensive side, right? he's defending. So whenever someone has to defend from opposition team, it has to be their attacker or maybe midfielders. But whenever he's running into opposition's box, the player is different, right? This is defender. So it's not the same player marking. When a single player marks another player, it's much easier than different players marking a single player. And to add with that, he doesn't fixate in the same position. He always changes his position into different places. So it's almost impossible for opposition players to mark him well. Next, his physicality. Physicality is so important. Have you seen whenever he has the ball, he can shield with his body so that opposition player cannot take away.
Always seems to have space, Steve.
Well, if you notice, every time he gets on the end of something in the box, he's moving forward, which is again why he's hard to pick up, because he's not got there already. He's not standing waiting. He's on the move and he's running forward. And so for defenders who are static, even if they've anywhere run about, and particularly for challenges in the air, he's always going to win it because of his size. So yeah, tough to pick up when he's going in the box.
I agree 100% with Stevie.
Madrid, meanwhile, have struggled, haven't they, with injuries throughout the season. The last thing they wanted was another name added to that extensive list. But certainly it didn't look good, did it, for David Alaba, Vinicius Jr., Camavinga, Carvajal, Gula, Militao and Courtois. Of course, long-term absentees from Carlo Ancelotti's squad. And Mario losing, obviously, Alaba would be a major, major blow for Real Madrid.
Of course, because we are talking that Real Madrid is on top on the table, is qualified for the next round of the Champions League, and we must remember that they are playing without the best goalkeeper in the world for me for a long time, without Militao, that is one of the best defenders for sure, without Vinicius for a long time. So now if they lost Alaba, they only have Nacho and Rudiger as centre backs.
So when I was watching the game and I saw the injury, it felt like it might be another ACL because he was grabbing his knees. But we don't know as of recording this video. Now, say, if this is ACL injury, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but maybe we have to look for all the exercise drills we're doing with our players, because we cannot have so many ACL injuries. There might be some reason in our training.
I think it puts more pressure on Xavi, doesn't it, in some sense, being the biggest rivals, because
Most definitely.
he's talked about...
Are they still in this race?
I don't think they're a good enough side at the moment to bridge a 9-point gap. Maybe at another time I would have said yes. But with all the issues we've discussed with Barcelona, I don't see them recovering 9 points in just over half a season.
Yeah.
You can't see where the next win's coming, can you?
There's of course be 9 points if Girona win tomorrow.
Yeah, what is it now?
So it's 7 points between Madrid and Barca. If Girona win, then it's 9 points.
9 points for I got my maths wrong. Oh, silly me. But I even with 7 points, I still think it's going to be tough. But we talk about Xavi's moaned and groaned a little bit about injuries and blah blah blah, and he has had them. But when you look at what Ancelotti's had to deal with right down the spine of the side, and also they got rid of Benzema in the summer, so that was another gap to fill. And then the injury to the goalkeeper, the injury to Militao, now Alaba, the injury twice to Vinicius and 2 separate hamstring issues he's missed the side. He's had Jude Bellingham has come in and done something that's you could call phenomenal, certainly up to now in the goals he scored. But I think anybody at Barcelona that says, well, look, this is down to the fact that we're missing him and him and him, I think the critics will just say, well, hold on a minute. Real Madrid are in the same boat, but they're coping.
Yeah.
So what is the difference and why? So when this bandwagon continues to roll on, it puts Barcelona under even more pressure. But yeah, at the moment, I think 7 points is a huge gap for them. Could be 9, as you mentioned, when Girona play tomorrow. And they are arguably the most watchable team at the moment in La Liga.
I would say Barca is not out of title race yet. It's 7 points. That's a huge advantage for Real Madrid. But don't forget, we're only 17th match day. So it's still a long time to go. So we have to be patient. As for Real Madrid, that's a great news. Having advantage over Barca, I think is important. Also, the last point with Craig, I totally agree that both teams are full of injuries. In fact, Real Madrid has more injuries than Barca. But what differentiates these two teams is that the players who are playing for this team, at least for Real Madrid, they're performing. But for Barca, the players who are playing, they're not performing. So if you look at our players' performance today, the man of the match was given to Jude Bellingham. Again, we can't complain much. He was good today. So I can see why he was given man of the match. But this man of the match could be given to a lot of other players. For example, Modric could get man of the match. Even Fede could get it because these players were superb today. For example, Brahim, I think he was insane. The link up between him and Rodrygo at the front side was mesmerizing. Every time those players links up, they're doing something. They're cooking something. A player like Brahim is pretty rare in modern football. And for Modric's performance, I think many of you have told me that Modric is over, that the days for Modric are over. No, he's not done yet. Have you seen his performance today? He got 1 goal and 1 assist, but he also created the most amount of chances among any other Real Madrid player. And look at that pass from Modric to Bellingham for first goal. That is insane. Defensive, offensive, he was everywhere. You can say almost a 10 out of 10 performance by Luka Modric at 38 years old. Next, Rodrygo was fire also today. Even though he scored only 1 goal, but every time he had the ball on the left flank, he was causing problems for the opposition players. The last player I must mention, is none other than Fede Valverde. How many recoveries he had? Look at the numbers. He was insane. He was playing more deeper than he used to play in last couple of matches. He was playing just in front of our defenders. But if you look at his performance, oh my God. Every time Villarreal attacks, he will stop them. This could be one of the best Fede performance this season. Anyway, let me know what did you think about our performance today in the comment section below.